Hey, Moondog here. I've done quite a number of episodes testing various .22 long rifle ammos, and of course one of the key characteristics or the key measurements for how well it performs is group size. And one of the key factors in determining how well an ammo groups is the consistency of that ammo, and that can be, influenced by the type of rifle it's shot through, as well as how it's manufactured. Now, each manufacturer has a different quality control process of how they measure how consistently they manufacture and create their ammos. And the highest, most rigorous quality control process they have is for their match grade ammo. And so they really measure out the bullets, the amount of propellant that's in there to the grain, measure out, really make fine measurements on the primers. Now, as a consumer, you can either pay for that high level of quality control, or as some competitive shooters do, even with match grade ammo, is that they measure each individual cartridge. Now, they measure things like the rim thickness, and their thought is that different rim thicknesses can affect the burning of the primer, as well as the amount of primer that's in there. There's really no way to measure the bullet and the propellant individually without taking each of the cartridges apart, but what they do is they just measure the whole cartridge, the gross weight. And the theory is that if you batch out each of the cartridges into various weights and you measure with a digital scale, all the cartridges that are around the same weight, if you group them in and shoot them in that group, should shoot more consistently than just sort of random various of regular cartridges that are various weights. So that's the theory. So that's what I did. I measured out each individual cartridge in a box of just bulk ammo. I measured it. I'm going to see how well it performs versus just random ammo that I pulled out of the box. And I'm going to be using Federal Range Pack, just regular blue box, which actually is one of the worst performing ammos in most of my rifles. So I thought that would make the most dramatic test. We'll see if it performs any better when I pre-sort them by weight versus just randomly pulling them out of the box. So, let's go to the range and see how well it performs, or not. We're going to start this test with the weight-sorted cartridges. I'll fire 5 rounds into each dot target downrange and see what size group we get. I'm using a factory stock CZ457 VPC with an Athlon Helos 4-20 power scope. I'm using a single shot adapter in this rifle for this test, so it takes a bit longer to load each round. In fact, it took me half an hour to complete this test, but I'm not going to make you watch half an hour of me shooting and loading each cartridge one at a time. I'm going to edit out the time between shots to speed things up. Alright, that's 5 on the first one. Alright. Okay, last shot on target 3. So, okay, we're going to put away our weight sorted ones, and we're just going to pull some random ones for our next series. All right, these are our random pulls. Let's go see how we did. All right, we're heading down range to see how we did as far as the groups between those two types of ammo. And while we're doing that, I'd just like to ask you a real quick favor. Hit that like and subscribe buttons. It just takes a second and it's absolutely free, but what it does is actually it encourages the AI, the artificial intelligence algorithm, to show this content to other folks like you. Because as you know, a lot of big tech likes to suppress 2A firearms content, and this is just one way that you can fight that by, actively hitting the like and subscribe buttons. So thanks again for doing that. All right, so let's get going and see how those targets look like. All right, so this is where we ended up with. Both groups at first glance seem very similar. There's some qualitative differences though. If you notice on the weighted or the pre-sorted group on the top there are a few more holes that touch each other, more so than in the random pull group, the lower random pull group. Still pretty decent for 100 yards from random pull bulk box ammo, loose box ammo. So let's run it through the range buddy app and see what actual quantitative numbers we're getting. With the weight sorted ammo, the smallest group was 0.84 MOA and an average group size of 1.25 MOA. With the ammo pulled randomly out of the box, the smallest group size was 1.53 and the average group size was 1.83. Now, I gotta ask you, is a 0.6 MOA difference really worth all that time and effort to weigh each bullet? It is when you realize that 1.25 is 60% smaller than 1.8. So does that mean we should start weighing all of our ammo? Hold up. This test involved a very limited sample of just one brand of rimfire ammo, and the improvement in consistency really only applies to loose bulk box ammo. Expensive match-grade ammo like 10X and Midas is already pre-sorted by the factory, so there really won't be any improvement in reweighing those, and that's what the pro shooters report. But for the rest of us who buy cheap bulk ammo or can't find match-grade ammo because of supply chain shortages, well, weighing your ammo is a viable alternative. But it does beg the question, is a .6 MOA difference at 100 yards really worth all that time and effort? It is if you're going to be competing in a match, but probably not if you're just shooting for fun or practice. But let me know what you think, leave me a comment, and I invite you to test your own bulk ammo and let me know what kind of performance difference you find. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching. Moondog, out. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, I do reviews on other gear besides guns and ammo on my other channel, Moondog R&D, and I invite you to check it out. And if you want to see all of my videos, check out moondogindustries.com.